Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Workers and Resources. I am very sick today. I'm going to try my best to get through this so that I can give you guys a video this week because I really don't want to miss another week. This tunnel, it just completed, and they haven't yet started, calculating their pathing into it yet. I'm really hoping they do that like soon because the traffic just keeps backing up over here. So we'll check in on that a little bit later here. The winter is nearly over. It is January 25th. And we've made a little bit of progress infrastructure-wise building. I'm trying to limit how many things I build. Right now, I'm trying to just I would very much like for this entire area right here to just have no constructions going on. That's not reconstruction, okay? So I'm kind of like done, right? Adding things here for now. The hospital is not complete yet. We still need that. And then the power cables and stuff around here. I've got one that's going through here into this substation in here because I still see the streetlights flickering. And that's got me worried. So I'm going to put that right there. The second thing, there's another set here that kind of overlapping each other, right? It's going to go right here. That's going to connect the underground. And the cable coming in to this initially here, I believe, is a 6 megawatt. So I have to kind of divide everything up amongst the 6 megawatts here. And then the final one is coming around here to another substation on this side. Since this, it said it didn't have power. No, this one said it didn't have power. Yes, this has power. This does not. So I figured, why not? We'll just put one there and, it'll help with whatever. We have all research done in the technical services office. So, or technical university, that's done. If I look at the medical, you always have medical to do because this thing is a reoccurring thing. We're going to go increase birth rates. And then over here in the main headquarters, I'm thinking maybe we could just do some advertising. I don't think we're really yet set for tourism yet, but it will get people to come to our republic. I don't know how to. I don't think we're ready for that yet. So I'm just going to hold off on that for now because it doesn't really matter. I want to make sure we're doing the ad campaign closer to when we're getting into closer to when we're allowing people in. I have 2 trains that now come to this stop. I basically have directed them or redirected them from their normal line over there. They now come over here instead. It's just 2 trains. And it looks like, man, that bus just took everybody, didn't it? Wow. Hold on. Hi. Yeah, you just loaded everybody up. Cool. Good stuff. And you're going over where? Where's this bus go? Right over here. Ah, you loaded too many people for that job. Well, maybe not. There's barely anyone in here, so I think you're fine. Yeah. We need that. That's good. This building's without drinking water. We'll work on that a little bit too, but I really just want to focus things down, and make everything good again. We're going to take a look at construction offices really quick because I was talking about last video how, reconstruction has been a problem. Where are my construction offices? Right over here. So this new office is here and doesn't have any fuel delivered to it yet. I have to work on that, but this new office has 5 buses, some covered halls, some open halls, some road cranes, etc. Again, just another office that's been added into the system for dedicated reconstruction projects. And this one is not on the group. I've also removed this office from the group. So now we have these 2 plus a bus office right over in this area that is not in the construction group. So these 2 offices plus that one, dedicated to reconstructions, absolutely absolutely none of anything else. And there's 1 bus on this, open hulls, dumpers. There's even a mixer in here. Okay, so we should be good to go on that. Real quick though, I want to check my cement mixers because I think maybe those are auto, like everything. So those have all the projects in, but I want to clear their schedules because if I can just stop constructions, then I can really do a good job with the reconstructions. Also, right before starting to record, there is a substation that burned down right here. Yep. So this thing needs somebody to help. We're going to have Warstock come over and do this one. Yeah, in fact, I think maybe we'll have all of the Warstock offices come out and do this one. They've been working on these roads, trying to get these paved all the way out to there. So the asphalt is coming along. It's just taking a long time, but it's a very long road and it's all one project, so that's understandable. All the way out to there. This bridge is done, which is nice. We have really little progress being done on the rails out this way so far. It's mostly because of workers. We don't have enough workers going into the station here, right? It's only 6 or only 9. So it would be really nice, I think, to get more workers, because otherwise the thing builds, it just builds really slowly compared to the others, you know? Anyways, yeah, when the winter is over, I think my frame rates will improve, and then I want to see whether or not these guys start using the tunnel, because they should. They really should. They're just choosing to stay in line here. And they really should not be doing that, because this tunnel is done and it goes all the way over and it connects beautifully, and it just, you know, I don't know. Just do it, man. Okay, we're flowing a little bit better now. It's not so backed up. I've done a couple of things to help this. One, the snow is gone, so everything can move a little bit faster now. The second thing that happened is that I have implemented some speed limits in some strategic areas. For one, this tunnel is a 60 kilometer speed limit now, as is this entire stretch right here. And so cars, if they can, will choose to go to take this tunnel over going this direction now. And it looks like that's pretty much the thing. They want to go on this road, but they don't want to go this way because the speed limit's too slow. So now they're going to hopefully, I don't know this, I'm going to have to take a look at it, because it does look like some of these cars are still choosing to go straight. See that blue car, that red one. So there's still some that are choosing to do that, even though the tunnel exists right there for them to take. And you might think, well, it's because they're on this road and this road can't access this road. But the decision to take this tunnel happens back here. And you can get on this road from back here. You just have to get in through, you have to get to this roundabout. So I think what they're doing is they're taking this tunnel to avoid this roundabout. But then once they're on this, they can't take this tunnel to avoid this roundabout at this point. So the last thing to do, and this, again, might create some crazy chaos here, but it's only one way to find out, I suppose. And that's to go like this. That's to go like that. And we're going to see what that does, okay? And maybe this is a bad idea. It probably is. But if we do this, then maybe everything will work out and all of these guys will choose to, you know, take the tunnel like I want them to in the first place. I may also remove this and have this road just kind of merge in, and then it'll be like a busy intersection probably, but we'll see. This right here is improvising, right? I didn't really plan on that happening over here. Like everything else about this traffic system is flowing really well. I mean, I could watch this for hours and there's barely anyone stopping. About the only time I ever see anyone stop is if they're in the middle of the roundabout and they choose to stop instead of just continuing to go, right? I mean, I could zoom out a little bit and you just see a whole lot of lights going around and they're all very efficient. Nobody's stopping. It feels really good. Except for this one area, right? This one area. I did not anticipate this being so busy. Right here. Same thing. I did not anticipate this being so busy. And the thing is, these guys chose to be on this road. They made that decision back here, right? So they could have chose to go on this road, which has a slip lane, and then turn left here. Or maybe they came from this side, which has a slip lane, and they could have just been on right here, right? They could have just entered in right here instead of taking this and then going this way. Like some of these guys, at least it looks like a pretty good percentage of these guys actually want to go straight here. I guess that makes sense. But in that situation, I think this tunnel will come in handy, because now we're going to have people that are going this direction but want to go across. You can take this tunnel right here, which, I mean, we have the roads set up to do that now, so it's just a matter of getting it done. So I think it'll help a lot. I already think it's helping a lot, but every once in a while I am seeing these things get backed up. Yeah, they're still kind of getting backed up. The frame rates are still bad. They've improved since the snow went away, but still quite bad. Either way, this tunnel is a good idea. There are clearly cars using it. It is helping things flow. It's not super backed up on this side anymore, and when this tunnel's done, we'll have what we need, I think, on that. All right, so there's a few other things I want to do here really quick. The first is I've got this train line here that's heading all the way out to Steel. Right now it comes to the big train stop, right? I'm going to split this up because I don't really need those trains going all the way over there, right? We got enough trains going through there already, so I'm going to try to split this up. And I think we don't have enough labor there yet, but it's one of those things where I just want the trains to kind of be using different tracks, you know, so they don't get too crowded. But there's other thing I want to do, is I think maybe we'll use, yeah, this one's, it doesn't really matter which one we use, I don't think. So let's just see where this one is. This one doesn't have any people, so maybe this is the right one to use right now. All right, so it's on this way, and apparently it's already timed out, right? This is the problem. I have too many trains going through here on this single track, right? So they end up timing out. So I need to get this train out of here. So what I'm going to do with this train is, first off, you're not like loading and unloading there. That's silly. You're not taking the wrong passengers. Do you actually have passengers right now? Hang on a second. No, I was messing with the other train. It doesn't matter. They're going to be on different routes anyway, so it's fine if I messed them up on the line. All right, so this one is the one with no passengers. Okay, so you are going to take from this stop, you're going to go all the way over, and I want you to take people to here. This is that train station that goes over to the oil. We just need a little bit more work on this entrance and we're good to go. Everything else about this is done. So as soon as that entrance is done, then they'll be able to walk over to the refinery, and then we should be good on fuel for a while then, because we'll have a steady supply of people coming in by a train. So we'll go ahead and unload there, and then the Charleville West train platform, we'll just take that out. No, wait, that's not the right one. I want to go, sorry, this one? Krasna is the one that we need to eliminate. There we go. This is the right one. We unload from here. And so you are going to pick up only workers and drop them off here. Rinse and repeat. That's the new route for that train. Okay. If I head back over to the train stop now, right here, there's the other one, right? And the other one, it's the one going to Krasna. Is it this one? Yes, you're the one that's still going to Krasna. So you're over here. All right, so this is where this train is. It's sitting in the tunnel, I guess. Yeah. You just... Oh, you're on your way. Okay. So this one only has 15 workers on it. And this is mostly because of the buses. Right? The buses are taking all the workers away from the train station. And so the trains don't really have a whole lot of workers to go get. Right now, this train heads all the way over here and drops them off in here. Okay, what I'd like to see this train do is drop them off in here, then turn around, head into here, drop the rest here, and then go, just in case there's too many on the train, because eventually I would like to see this train like 400 people strong coming in here, and then there won't be enough jobs here, so then they'll have to come over here and they'll get their jobs in there too. And I could maybe switch this to where you drop them off here first and then go, but I don't know, we'll see. I want you on your way back, basically, so I don't want you to have to go like this and then like this and then all the way over again. And likewise, I could have you just continue, but then you're on this path again. And I don't want you in here. I want you to use this one to get over on this track. So what I'll do with you is instead of, yeah, you're going to go here. And then after that, you'll drop off the remainder of your people here if that exists. All right. So it'll end up being yep, like that. Unload, unload. Pretty much. Yep. That's the new route for that train. No big deal. Okay. So now we have 2 trains coming into this bus stop. Where'd it go? There's a lot of so many buildings. We had 2 trains coming into this bus stop. And now I want to start redirecting some of the buses. So there's some buses right here. And these guys are sending people over to the chemical area. All right. So we're providing chemicals. The thing is, we have a lot of workers for chemicals already located here. And there's a steady supply of people here ready to go to chemicals, ready to go to work. So what I'd rather do instead is pick a few of these buses and assign them to the other route really quick. And then I'm also going to have these buses also redirect to picking up their passengers here and taking them over somewhere else. All right. So we're not going to take them necessarily to the chemicals. We could take them somewhere else. We could take them over towards heat. I would actually just like to get them into the refinery and stuff instead anyways. But the point is I want to take them from here and not from here. And then that way there's a good amount of people waiting here for the train when it comes by. All right, so we'll just say that this route right here has got 11 buses already on it. Crazy. Okay, we're gonna say you are copied to this bus. Hello, is it this one? Yep, there you go. So now there's 12 buses on that line. Okay, and then this one is right over here. Now there's 13 buses on that line. That's a pretty lucky number, right? Everybody likes 13, right? That's how it works, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it was. Anyway, we're going to say that these three are going to stay on a line together, but they pick people up from this bus stop now. So we're not going to there. And then we're unloading. Let's make sure that from here, right, you're only picking up workers. Okay, and then on your drop off, you're going to head... I was thinking of bringing them in here for like the touristy areas, so like we get workers brought over there with a bus, but I'm actually just, for now, I'm thinking I'm going to bring you guys all the way over here. So I have more workers over here. Because really what we need, more than anything, I think, is people working in the refineries. I think we really need that. So that's going to be that bus route, which is pretty long. That's a pretty long bus route. And they don't have a end station to stop at all either. I don't have any end stations here for buses, and I kind of feel like I should have had one. It's not too late. I can always put one over here or something. And indeed, I think I will. Let me say, I want a big one. Yeah, 7 parking spots is pretty good. 4, 7. This is for trolleys, though. Yeah, so this one right here is the big one. And yeah, I think we just bring it off of the rail here. It just needs to sit over here so that buses can use it to spread themselves out is really all it needs to do. So we're gonna set it right here. All right, there we go. So that'll go there. We'll get the road crews and stuff to work on this and all that stuff. Okay, awesome. And then I guess maybe helicopters can go and help out with that too. Why not? I wanted to check something else really quick. So I'm noticing that this is not full anymore. And that's got me worried. Because remember, we've expanded to well beyond what these 2 food factories can handle. And that's why we set up Warstock. Warstock was our solution to the food problem. And we have over 400 tons of food over here just sitting here. And these guys could work if there wasn't a sewage tank overflow. Excuse me? Well, you're not hooked up to anything, so that makes sense. I probably should get you hooked up to something. Whoops. We're going to go with a little pipe and hope that you can tap into there. That's what I'm hoping for. Does that work? Looks like it works. It might take a bit, but that gets you hooked up to the rest of the sewage, and then off you go. And then we've still got these 2 connectors for this expansion. This is still not done. So, I mean, I just haven't built it, I guess. The crews aren't auto searching. Maybe I've had them doing other things. I don't know. They're just not done yet. It's fine though. It's really fine though. We don't need a whole lot done there. We're fine. Let's grab the Warstock construction office though. Make sure that this is your high priority so we can get that done. And then I should have sewage trucks in here though. At least there should be one, I thought. There is a sewage truck here. It's just very slow. Well, hopefully it gets over there. Yep. Hi. Autosave. Okay, so it'll be here. So we have food, right? But it's not producing because of the waste problem. So that needs to be addressed like right away. If we can get, I don't know if we can like make this a higher priority or something. I don't think that's a possibility. But what I really want to do is get a train over here. And there should have been a train hooked up to this. In fact, the Magnitograd train distribution office, all the way over here, this is hooked up to it. And also, more specifically, I think more notably, the Charlemagne's main one is hooked up. And I believe this is the one that has the food connection with it. So let's take a look. So, because we're clearly not sending food yet. And that's mostly because the connection to where I wanted to ship the food was not done yet. But now it is. So we can do this. Warstock Cargo Train Station. Is this you? Yeah, that looks like you. That looks like the one. So right here, this is set to unload all these various different things. And what I want them to do is I want them to also load food. And do it when it's, you know, let's say 60%, 50% full, 40% full. I don't really care. Yeah, let's make sure we get a good load, though. So I'm going to say 60%. That's fine. Okay. So hopefully what I see now by selecting that is I hopefully see a train made. And there's not a whole lot going on here. Right? There's not a whole lot of opportunities for that. Which is why I need the other distribution office. Right? Which is why I need this one done. And all the rails done. And unfortunately, helicopters can't help me with the rails. So this has just got to be something I direct attention to. Yeah, I mean, they're working on it. It's just very slow. So slow. 3 workers. Maybe that's where I can send them. Hey, I mean, this road isn't done yet, but when it is done, that's not bad. Maybe we can do that. I don't know how well we'll be able to reach there, but there's a lot of workers waiting here, right? And all these buses just took them all. That's what we really wanted. As for the passengers and the students and stuff like that, there are 2 buses that are going back and forth between the 2 bus stops. And I don't know whether or not that's good enough or not, but there are 2 big, long buses, these ones right here, that are in charge of just moving passengers around. I think I probably need another one because there's a lot of them here. But I also don't know exactly where they're trying to go. So it looks to me like it's drink alcohol, electronics. They're just trying to get the things that I can't give them anyway. So that's not a big deal. Yeah, drink alcohol for the most part is that. Looks like this guy's attraction, 300%. That's sweet. Yeah, but pretty much every 0% I see here is either prey, which is something I don't want to help with, electronics, which is something I just can't afford to do right now, and alcohol, which is something I'm not offering them anyway. Although it may not be such a big deal to offer them alcohol. I did deliver it here, right? And then what we actually need to do is deliver food here as well. Deliver food directly to the spot. So, but that's not something I could do here. So really, it's just that train is going to take the food from there by hooking it up to that distribution office. It'll take the food from there, and it's going to bring it into here, which is not really where I want that food to come. I mean, this is where the shortage is right now, but the shortage is only here because Charlemagne's North is sucking it dry. And that's pretty much it. The distribution offices are moving it over here, and this is where all the food is stored now. And yeah, so I think that's another problem. So I just need that other distribution office, and I think it's probably time to start looking at electric trains on some of these routes, especially this route from here to here. This is all electric trains now, all electric tracks now. So yeah, another depot would be a good idea as well. And that's probably something that could go over here, but it's pretty far away. If I had to do another depot, I guess if I'm doing it really quickly without a whole lot of thought in it, I guess I could put it over here. It would at least let me buy additional trains, because right now I can't buy any additional trains. This is full, or it's considered full. It's just got all of these cars on there, and for some reason it's just, I mean, I can't get rid of it. I can hit this button and it'll just cost me tons of money to get rid of it, and I guess that's the solution, but I'd rather not do that. There's also this distribution office, which we could have also connected. Maybe that's a solution too, but what kind of wagons are here? These are just box cars. That's not bad. Maybe we can hook up this one too, just to give it extra connections. I could say here, and not ideal, right? They're going to send it from all the way over there to get it. Not ideal at all, but it's what I have. So I'm going to work with what I have until I've built up what I need, and then I can swap it over. So right here, we'll connect this one up, and we're going to say that we want you to load food from this location. Yep. And then I want you to bring that food to... Oh, this building's already assigned. Oh. Oh, I see. You've already been told to bring food from here over into here. Got it. Well, that's where your problem is right there. So we're going to just get rid of that for now. And then you bring food right into here, which is exactly why that has food. Okay. I understand now. That's cool. I'm going to add one more stop. We're going to add it right here as well. So we're going to make sure that you are loading food from here. Yes. and then unloading food also at this one. And we'll keep it, 40% full. That's fine. So we should see trains leave from here now, provided they have fuel, which has been a struggle for a while, which is why I've redirected all my workers and stuff to go there. So now, with additional workers kind of being brought here, we should be really good on fuel here. And yes, we are, indeed. Okay, excellent. So we solved the fuel issue, at least for now. And I need to get these guys fuel. I'm wondering why that's not happening. Did I not hook them up to any office? I may not have. Let's see. There's no offices connected to it, so that's why. So we're gonna get to, let's say, you 19 out of 20 sounds good. We'll go ahead and grab you and have you go right there. So you should be now a truck that will provide fuel. There you go. Provide fuel to that rail distribution office, por favor. Okay. I don't know how to say please in Russian or Ukrainian or any European language. So I'm just going to go with Spanish because that's what I know. Okay. Yeah, I figure it's been a while since I've given you guys a proper time lapse, so there's a little montage for you. So this new waste area over here, it's filling up. Everything, the mixed waste over here is filling up and all this stuff. So I've got some of the buses that were bringing things to chemicals, people to chemicals. We're going to go ahead and get them also from that same bus stop, bringing them over here as well. And so we should have a pretty steady workforce here as soon as those buses start circulating in that route. I have a few of them that are dropping them off directly in this building, but they all drop them off over here after they stop here, which means basically we just get the leftovers. So in this case, there'd be no leftovers. Therefore, there would be nobody over there. So I need dedicated buses to at least bring a direct route over here. And it looks like I'm going to need another bus stop because this one over here was kind of poorly built. It was only built for those two places. It doesn't really get them to there, and I need them to be here too. If I could go back and do it over again, I probably would have integrated a bus stop into this road here, and then they could have gotten to all three of them with one bus stop. And I may still be able to do that, really, but at the moment, it's like one of those things that's kind of a little bit low on my list right now. So I'm just going to say a free bus stop can work if it lets me do it. Yeah, I can have a free one. So I'm just going to put a free one in. I can put it like right. It doesn't really matter, right? You can put it like right in here. If you're going to do it, you might as well put it. The power cables are there. Power lines are there. I'll just put it over here. It's fine. So free bus stop right there, right there. I got plenty of them. And then we'll just go ahead and have a direct path. That doesn't really help them, does it? Because it's not. Yeah. So they'll just get to here and then they can walk there. It doesn't really matter, right? Yeah, they can get there. Okay, so I'll have a direct route, drop them off here too, and then, we'll be able to have our workforce spread out over here. Of course, there's parking lots in here as well, so as I get more people, personal cars, we'll get a more constant workforce that way too. But personal cars in this game, they're kind of worse for steady workforce, if that makes sense, because if you don't know how this works in this game, personal cars will reserve their workspace when they leave. So that means, like, if you have a bus full of like 80 people, this building will end up being like 28 out of 30 if there are also 2 people who are on their way to this building in a car, because they have already reserved that work spot. So it's a little bit weird. I wish they wouldn't do that, but I kind of understand it just because like the cars already started to leave, and like guaranteeing that they have a place to be when they get here is kind of a deal. I understand that. But I kind of wish maybe they would I would do it differently. If I was a dev, I would have them arrive in their car in the parking lot, and then they would sit there for the maximum amount of time, right? Because every person has that whole like traveled in car timer. I would have them sit in their car for that maximum time, and if a spot opened up, then claim it, right? And if it didn't open up by then they don't go to work that day. That's how I would do it, but it's probably hard to do that, so I understand. Anyway, so we should be able to process this all now, and then there is this distribution office that is now going to be putting more ash into these dumps as well. There we go. Yeah, 90%. That's good. There we go. So all these guys will take the waste out of here like usual and distribute them amongst all the dumps. We're going to get these 2 done pretty soon as well. And yeah, what about this tunnel? Did we get this done? Oh man, 6,000 work days. We got a ways to go yet. This traffic here is pretty bad. I didn't really anticipate so many people wanting to go left here. That's another thing that I haven't anticipated. What I would probably prefer if we could get this area sorted out again. This is going to end up being a problem. I can see it right now. Like, this is going to be a bigger problem than it already is. Okay, well, the problem is actually it's less about the roads and more about just the volume of people going to a single spot. This is our bus stop, right? Our end station. And there's just too many buses using this end station. So they end up waiting in line. And then they occupy the roundabout, which then backs this up, which then backs everything up. So it's really this part that's the messed up part. If I take a look at this route, there are 13 buses on this route. So this is a point in which I can change this. This is a point where I can manipulate this just a little bit. So why don't we I'll take 5 of these buses, let's say. 5 of these buses, and we'll send 2 of them in a different direction, and we'll send 3 of them towards this waste plant over here. Okay, so we'll stop going here. and we'll stop going here. And now we're going to go to waste treatment plant, which is not going to be the waste treatment plant. Now it's going to be, and not this, but this instead. Yep. And so we take that stop away. Yep. And we unload like this. I could just mark it as workers, I guess. It doesn't matter, but whatever. I'll do it. Okay, so we have that. And there's no end route here. There's no end station. That's going to be here. This is an end station once it's built. There's 22 work days left. All right, I reassigned a couple of buses. And so we'll see how this stuff loosens up when I get 5 of these buses to no longer be in this area. That should pretty much clear it up since we're backed up about 5 buses here. I just have to wait for everything to kind of work itself out. It'll take a while to do that. So it's a work in progress. When this thing is done, I think that direction will be much more clear, and we shouldn't have any more backups in here. I say this with very little confidence, but we shouldn't have any backups in there after that. Okay, so we should have pretty consistent labor here now. We got our chemical truck right there. Very nice. Waste is in there. Right there. We're burning it almost at max speed. Looks good. Goes in here. Yep, these guys are just loading up with it constantly. Very nice. All right, so it's all taken care of now. And the last thing to do in this area, you might have noticed that there's no water. Well, maybe you didn't notice it now. It doesn't say it, but there's a water issue in this area. And we're taking care of that right here. So we're bringing a water pipe from the setup near chemicals over here. Right? This is the same pump that pushes it into this, right? This water tower. Except now it pumps it through this little pipe. It's a small pipe. It goes all the way out this way and goes into this little guy. And then this little guy feeds it into the substation, which will provide water for these 3 buildings. And the little pipe should be enough for the number of workers that'll be in this area. It shouldn't be a problem. These roads are done. Ooh, fancy. Ooh, yes, that's what we're doing. Okay, so we're going to Yep, we're going to do this. And that's going to... Oh, I got to go a little bit more. There we go. All right, and this is going to cause my frame rates to go absolutely bonkers in a second. But that's all right. We're just going to go... Oh, boy, there it is. Yeah, hang on. Zoom out. There we go. I'm still holding on the mouse. And... kill the game. It's probably gonna crash, but I'm gonna try to get this before it does. There we go. All right, now we're gonna get this part of the road done and this part of the road done, just like that. There we go. And then we want to get this little bit done and this little bit done like that. And then we need a dirt road to come in here to do this, because otherwise they won't do it. So we're gonna make a 2-road connection there. And then we're just going to pop this right there. And then we'll also connect like that. So that's where our construction crews will come in to get all of these roads. And they'll all be 2 directions and everything. So everything should be working out pretty good there. And my frame rates will go nuts. And then we will go over to I'll pull the Charlie Benz road crew over here. It's fine. They don't really have much to do, you know. I do have them working on something over here. I'm expanding out my fuel rats. I don't know if they're done yet. No. So there's a couple of roads right here that's been made. And there's this gravel road, right? I just kind of need more space. I ran out of space for my fuel rats. I thought maybe I could fit one here, but I can't. It doesn't work. So I'm going to put 2 right here. And then they each have their own kind of direct path into this area so that they can pick up the fuel and go, right? So we'll work with that. And hopefully... none of the other vehicles will use this road. I would hope not, but given how the pathing works, there's a chance that cars will choose to use this road right through here to go like this and then use the one-way all the way up to here and then turn left. It's possible they'll choose to do that. If I can find a way to stop them from doing that, I will, but I'm not sure what that way would be. So far, it doesn't look like it, though, because this road's already done, so you'd think they would path it in if it was possible, but it doesn't look like they have done that, so okay. Go ahead and make that like that as well, and then... no, it really should be this way, even though that's pavement. Even though that's asphalt, it should really be like this. Yeah. Okay, cool. So that'll take care of that, and we'll have 2 additional fuel rats, so 40 additional sources for fuel, which will be really helpful because I think I'd like to put 1 more gas station in. I'm thinking about maybe putting one over on this side, and then I also want more end stations, of course. So I got another bus end station going in over here by the school, and then what I did when I took the 5 buses off of this end station, which I mean you could see. They are still backed up, but at least there's 5 additional buses not backed up. And so that should clear the traffic. Still taking time to do that, but I think this part here is a little weird because now the tunnel is so good and everything pops out here. These guys end up waiting a long time. I could give them the right of way, but that kind of defeats the purpose of people coming through like this. But it's still better than backing this up. It doesn't look like it's really all that big of a deal anymore. It pretty much cleared out now, so I guess it's fine. But yeah, too many buses using this. So some of the buses now take people from the same bus stop in Charlotte North, same bus stop, but they are going to drop them off over here at that stop right there. And they're going to do that now. And then that is going to allow us to have more people working in the uranium mines, right? So we can start processing stuff faster. This one's not working at all. It's been shut down the whole time. This one's only working at less than half capacity the whole time. And this mine isn't even working at 20% of its capacity. So I can ramp this up and then send out the uranium oxide and maybe just sell the uranium oxide now. You know, so this is almost full. So there's a case to be made that I should be doing that now. So it looks like we need more uranium ore. So I'll bump this up to 40. And I'll tell you what, we'll go up to 50 with it. There we go. So 50 with this. We should get more ore. This will process it. Let's go put this up to 30 now because I got a bus coming in. So put this up to 30 now. They'll process it faster, and then we just need to get a train in here to pick it up and take it to the border for now. I'm going to save it. I want to save it. But the only way I can save it is if this whole track is done. Right, I need to have a track done all the way out to the storage, and it's not completely done yet. They are working on it, right? It's out here, but there's a long way to go. And that, remember, that oxide comes in on this side, so it gets delivered here. So I need this train track done and electrified, hopefully. So it's gonna be a while, okay? There's a little bit of time in this, and then this goes all the way over in here too, in the rail distribution center here. One other thing I guess I could do is add another track builder over here, and if I did that, I would be able to bring additional workers from that stop and have them drive over here. Before I wasn't really interested in them driving over here, but now that we have this whole road done and it's asphalt, they might be able to get here a little bit faster. I think it's gonna need I think we're gonna need just a little bit of time in order to make that happen though, right? I mean, it'd be fluid if I had the intersection done, but I might be able to just get by with doing something like this for a second. So like the dirt road just kind of goes like that. And now they could just, you know, it'll be slow for a little bit, but they could get there and then down they come. We could try it. I mean, getting more builders on the track builder is a big deal. Getting more workers over there is going to be really helpful. And we have more workers to send, right? So we might as well do it. So why don't we take one of these buses? Let's pick eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Pick a bus. And we're going to say this bus takes people from this bus stop. And you're going to bring people over to this bus stop. Yeah. You bring people to this one. And so now we'll just get rid of all of these. You don't stay here anymore. And then as far as an end station goes, if needed, you would stop here. So we'll have you just stop here. Yeah. There we go. Okay, now this bus, right? This is on that line that's bringing people over here to work here. I would like you guys to add this to your stop. So now you will use the end station to better separate yourselves. Also, I moved this signal right here because this guy's ass end was sticking into the intersection, right? And turns out this light will move just a little bit And so now instead of the light being here like it was before and him sticking out into the intersection and slowing up traffic, he's now no longer sticking out. It's just enough. And because of that, we can fill up on fuel here. Yep, or fill up on oil right here. Very nice. Let's check in on the status of fuel. Did we fix it completely? Feel like we did. I haven't gotten notified in a while. Oh yeah, that's good. And the secondary tank, nothing. Third tank, nothing. Okay, I think we're pumping directly into here, which goes into here and then goes into here, but I think we're pumping into here, and if by pumping into here, yeah, we end up pumping over here. So the reason why that's not getting anything is because this train is actively pulling it right now. But I think we're doing better with this, right? I want to see a train pull into this station, though. I'd really like to see that work. And we got this. These are the two buses that do it, but I want to see the train do it. So it's this vehicle right here, and it's on its way to the bus stop right now, supposedly. What it looks like it is, it's just stopped. And it stopped for reasons. It stopped because it's going through here, which makes no sense. You shouldn't be going through here. Oh, you know why? It went out through here because it needed fuel. So it took a detour to go get fuel. So, like, I mean, it's not ready for electric yet, right? If I go from here over, I don't think we're ready for electric here. So this is all done and all electric because we just built that recently. But then how about here? Well, technically we're using this rail. So yeah, we have some work to do to make that electric and to be able to do that. So still working on it. This whole thing here, I think is electric already. Yeah. All the way through here. I think there's a small part over here that isn't yet, unless I don't remember if I did it. I must have done it because it's all red now. Yeah. There's that little track right there, but that's not what I was talking about. I guess I must have done that. Yeah. So all of this is electrified. So it's really just this part right here. From here to here. That's it. If we get this part right here electrified, well, no, there's another part to this, isn't there? Because it's got to be able to get through here, and all of this needs electrification. I haven't done anything with this yet because it's so vital, and I have not wanted to shut it down. But I've done some very specific tracks through here, but like this is very busy, and it's very important. It's my lifeline. I mean, this is the track to the border. If anything happens and I need to get to the border, that's it. I just cut myself off. So it's kind of, it's hard. It's hard to say, I want to do this now. But I think if I can maybe give these guys no other jobs. See, they're out of electrical components now. Where's the, well, I mean, our electrical components are not being made because we're out of chemicals. Okay, we have chemicals in there. We have a lot of plastic in there too. So much plastic. Wow. Okay. We have an overabundance of plastic. What do we do with that overabundance of plastic? We should be making electrical components from it, shouldn't we? But we don't have enough chemicals. We still need more chemicals. God, chemicals are just such a pain in the ass, man. Like, this whole thing can be set up, and that's fine, but then they'll dump the chemicals in here, and then it gets used immediately for plastic. So when this fills up, then maybe we can start stocking up in chemicals, but it's still very hard to keep up on chemicals. I'm gonna need like another 4 or 5 of these setups, you know? Like, this is, I mean, I tried to math it out, but the logistics of moving those numbers is the other thing to consider here. And okay, so this hospital is done, but it's complaining about the sewage tank being overflowing right now. That's no good. So we're gonna have health problems at the hospital. Great. I am going to purchase a few of these ambulances. We're just gonna, that's 3, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna purchase all the vehicles necessary for this hospital to function at 100%. And I got garbage containers full over here, so I had to do something with this area. I wasn't really paying too much attention to this area when I put it in. It's kind of an extra thing, and I'm very sick, dude. I'm very tired. I'm sorry. Does it sound like I'm holding my nose right now? Because I feel like it sounds like I'm holding my nose. I'm putting in a whole bunch of pipes. All right. So we need another sewage tank over here. That's going to serve the heaters in this area a little bit more. We've already got this one, but there's no pipe. It's just been getting emptied by trucks this whole time. And, you know, this pipe over here, this tank over here, same thing. It's just usually trucks that are doing it. It's not great, right? So I want to kind of address that. And so I've got all these pipes that are going over. They're all kind of merging over into this area, into a couple of switches. All right. And then those switches merge into this switch, which is also getting a pipe from that tank over here to help with the hospital. And then it all goes from a big pipe all the way over into this area and slaps into this switch, which is already set up to go into here. And so we end up basically putting all of that sewage into treatment. Once it's all built, there's a lot of construction there. I'm having the Charlebinsk offices over here and the workers and stuff over here. I'm going to have them deal with it. Okay. And our main warehouse here for food, it's not super stressed out anymore. It is, you know, not full either, but because it's still the primary place that we supply food with for everywhere. So we are taking food from it constantly, but it's at least got a little bit extra here. And I went ahead and I've adjusted the settings on the distribution office for the trains. So it's not going to come over here and grab food until it's 50%. So as long as if it still continues to be strained by the trucks and it never quite gets to 50, then we'll never ship it out with trains. But we have that other location now, right? We have Warstock. And even though it's really far away, this distribution office does send trains out this way now to grab this food. So you can see it's not full. Taking food out of here too. Now we just need, you know, as many people as possible to work over here. So I'm going to crank that up. And then I need to start cranking this stuff up. Yeah? Yeah, we're going to start building these now. The reason why these weren't built is because they didn't have the paths done. And the paths are how these buildings are connected to everything. So the paths had to be done first. When I started this project, I didn't have all of that. I didn't have this, the asphalt and stuff. And so this stuff was added to the list for Warstock. It was added to the jobs for Warstock as a group, right? I went like this with the group. But when I did this with the group, the other offices didn't exist and therefore they weren't part of the group. So now that I've clicked it and I've added it as part of the group, we should see, you know, these buildings start to get done and, you know, little things like this can stop being overlooked. Maybe we'll see. Yeah, I'm a little bit, I gotta tell you, I'm a little bit lost as far as like what else to tell you. I just need things to build. And I also need a nap. So I'm very sorry if it's a short video today. It's the best I could do. I'm sorry. This week, not my best week, but hopefully you at least enjoyed the montage. And I'm going to let things run a little bit while I nap, I think. Probably. I don't know. Take care, everybody. Love your faces. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.